song. Everybody does. It's been in movies, commercials, covered by a dozen different artists. A feel-good anthem for the ages. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. But what about the band? The Five Stairsteps. Ever heard of them? If not, don't worry, because today we're diving into the story of a group that climbed the charts but somehow slipped through the cracks of music history. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's take it back to Chicago, the mid-60s. The Five Stairsteps weren't your typical rock band. No long-haired, leather-clad rebels here. Nope, this was a family act. 5 siblings from the Burke family. Their mom thought they looked like stair steps when lined up by the age, and boom, the name stuck. And yes, they really were a stair step lineup. Can't make this stuff up. Now, these kids weren't just harmonizing at the dinner table. They were making serious waves. Discovered by Fred Cash of The Impressions, the Stairsteps quickly caught the attention of Curtis Mayfield himself. Mayfield signed them to his label, and before they knew it, they were opening for acts like The Temptations and The Impressions. Not too shabby for a bunch of teenagers. By 1970, the Five Stairsteps had already had some minor hits, but nothing earth-shattering. And then along came Ooh, Child, a simple song with a powerful message. Written by songwriter Stan Vincent, it's just got 2 verses, a chorus and a bridge. Nothing fancy. No wild guitar solos, just pure, uplifting soul. And maybe that's why it worked. It wasn't complicated. It was just comforting. The song dropped in April 1970 and slowly climbed the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 8. It became their biggest hit and a staple of feel-good playlists ever since. And yet, despite this massive success, the Five Stairsteps never quite became a household name. So what happened? Why didn't they stick around, like, say, the Jackson 5? Well, the music industry is a tricky beast. After Ooh Ooh Child, the group struggled to replicate its success. They kept recording, even briefly rebranding as the Stairsteps. But by the mid-70s, the family band vibe wasn't selling like it used to. And here's where things take a turn. Instead of fizzling out completely, the Stairsteps did something unexpected. They evolved. Kenneth Burke, who was just a kid when the band started, re-emerged in the 80s with a hit of his own, Rising to the Top. You don't know the title, trust me. You've heard the beat. It's been sampled by hip-hop legends like Biggie, Nas, and Mary J. Blige. But back to Ooh Child. Why does it still resonate? Why does a song recorded over 50 years ago still make its way into movie soundtracks? From Boys in the Hood,
Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Listen to these words. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Maybe it's because no matter what decade you're in, everybody needs a little hope. The song promises that even when things are rough, better days are ahead. And let's be real, who doesn't need to hear that now and then? And that's a wrap on this episode. If you like this deep dive into a hit song from an underrated artist, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what song you want to hear about next. Until then, keep the music alive, and remember, stay groovy.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The fantastic Burke family returns now with a promise of a better life for all. Let's welcome back the Step.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday when the world is much brighter.
Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter.
Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, we'll brighter. Someday, 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 we'll get it undone. Someday, brighter. Someday, 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 rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, brighter.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna